Hi, my name is Randy Fisher, and I'm the FFTEA Social Media Director and on the Board of Directors. Let me first thank you for the time you are giving up with your families to learn why Fairtax and Facebook can be and are two powerful partners. This presentation was put together and created for advanced beginner to intermediate level internet users and assumes that you have certain basic internet skills. Among them, that you are able to open an internet browser, type in an internet address, or find an internet site. Find Facebook on either your browser or a mobile device, set up a login and log in to Facebook, and that you've begun to establish a presence on Facebook. If you have not done any of those things, or you are uncomfortable in doing those things, I suggest that you set a one-on-one session with Don Scott, who is an expert trainer on the FFTEA team. You can contact Don at the email address on the screen below, and he will be happy to assist you. Our goal here is to teach you why and how Facebook can become an extremely powerful tool in helping us pass the fair tax. We will work through a series of questions and as to the how, when, what, and most importantly, the why of using Facebook to promote fair tax. We may be using some terms tonight, some of which may be familiar and others of which may not, in the sense that Facebook uses them, such as engagement, clicks, likes, shares, and comments. And we will be demonstrating them through this presentation. Don't get too hung up on technical terms. Pay more attention to what is on the screen. We will try to make it as easy to follow as possible. What you're looking at now is the Florida Fair Tax page. The actual web address for this page is www.facebook.com/FL Fairtax. On this page, you can see some of the things that we will be talking about. Where you see the box liked is checked, you may see this differently as like, and it is very important to the fair tax that you check this box as liked past tense. From that time forward, you will be following the FFTEA Facebook page. When you do that, you are following anything added to that page, and it is more likely to show up in your new list of newsfeed items on your Facebook homepage. Our first question tonight is actually a two-part question. Why do fair tax supporters need to use Facebook to support and pass the fair tax? And how does Facebook promote the fair tax? We know that fair tax is a grassroots movement supporting and promoting a replacement of the income tax by passing a national retail sales tax and a repeal of the 16th Amendment. It is, in its purest form, a grassroots movement of citizen-to-citizen and person-to-person communication to create change in our existing legislators or to elect new legislators who support the fair tax. By grassroots, you are doing nothing more than congregating with other persons, your friends, your contacts, the people you know through business or church, and educating and encouraging them to support the fair tax. It is like handing out a dozen cards while wearing a fair tax t-shirt, trying to get people interested in the fair tax. Facebook is nothing more than the ultimate social networking and grassroots communication tool in its purest form. It is the ultimate grassroots social network tool. You are promoting social action and communication. It is like multi-level marketing to sell a product. Facebook is grassroots networking. You develop your own network of friends, associates, and contacts to promote fair tax. Here is how it could work. You develop your own network of 200 friends and provide information on fair tax to those 200, encouraging them to like and share it. And if at least 100 of them do that, with at least 100 of those who send out the same message to their friends, and of those seeing and reading and engaging in it, if 50% of those share it, you can reach without cost, reach and motivate 20 to 25,000 people. If you build a network and that network builds a network, there can be thousands of new fair tax supporters. Really, Facebook is about engagement, because what you are doing is creating an engagement with a group of people who will in turn create an engagement within their own group, rippling out through multiple levels from group to group to group. You are motivating and urging others to engage. We will see as we go through this, we keep coming back to the concept of engagement. Another question about Facebook that commonly comes up is, how do I build a network of friends through Facebook? Where would I go to do that? What is it that I can put on Facebook itself that will promote the growth of that network of contacts? What can I put about me or in my profile that will let Facebook suggest contacts or friends for me? As you can see here on my personal page on Facebook is my friends list. I can then go up here to find friends and click on that. By looking at friends of my friends, I can do a search here and send out friend requests to multiple contacts who are not yet on my friends list. I can then start using options to add various criteria. I can search by name, I can search by hometown, I can search by current city, I can search mutual friends of my friends. I can use my high school. I may find people I'm already connected with that know people I want to connect with, so I can use that connection to make an introduction or suggestion that we become friends. One thing we'd like to caution you about is allowing Facebook to take and use your entire personal address list from your computer and then use that to give you friend suggestions. We feel that it is not a good idea for privacy reasons, and that there are easier, better, and just as efficient ways to locate contacts. You could also go back to your old high school annuals and those of my relatives who had graduated years before me, and using the names from those, it allowed me to find people who may be on Facebook. Another way to find people on Facebook is the search box. You can search for contacts by any business, college, church congregations, civic clubs by typing in the name of the organization. It is common to see people with 200, 300, or more friends in their contact lists. Also, up by the search bar are several areas you may want to familiarize yourself with. There is a friend request icon, a message icon, and a feed icon. When you get a friend request, there is a red marker under the friend request icon. When you click on that, you'll see the request, and all I have to do is hit the button for Confirm Friend. Another term you need to understand is a news feed, and the difference between a news feed and a timeline. What you're seeing on the screen now is a news feed, and it contains all of the new items that friends and others have posted, including what are called paid or boosted posts. The more that each of these items in a news feed gets clicked, shared, or commented upon, the more engagement is seen by Facebook's computers. The longer and higher they stay in the news feed of more people. Using computer programs, Facebook actually finds and implants items in your newsfeed that are likely to be of interest to you based on your earlier posts. On your page is your timeline, and these are the things that you have posted or shared in chronological order. Now, it's important to know how to get materials to share with my Facebook friends about the fair tax. And how do I post or share these things? One way is to use Facebook search bar and type in, for example, fair tax. You'll see several pages that have fair tax in their title. Among them, the fairtax.org page. As you can see, they have nearly 120,000 following their page, and 2 to 5 posts every couple days promoting the fair tax. Again, you should hit like on the page, hit like on the posts, and add a comment. You can also utilize Facebook's share feature, which will open a Facebook dialog. You should tell it where or who to share it with. When you share, you have an option of sharing with friends only, friends of friends, that is in the drop-down dialog box under custom, and public. If you share to public, anyone can see it, like it, share it, or comment on it. One thing you need to do is make a couple-word comment introducing the post, explaining why you shared it, and asking your friends to comment, like, or share it. Another group that we need to mention as a fair tax resource is Fair Tax 2012. This is a closed group, meaning that you have to be invited in to join this group. And once you are invited in, you have to agree to limit postings to those things that promote the fair tax. In the invite button, you are granting the group administrator a limited look at your page that lets them know you have an interest in fair tax. The main reason closed groups are set up is to control what is posted and be able to put people out of the group who do not stick to the posting guidelines. Also, another group called Fair Tax Nation, which is a third group that is an open group. The final resource readily available on Fair Tax on Facebook is Dave Armstrong, who is a retired individual from Indiana that for the past 2 years has been focused on creating great, eye-catching, graphic, and short text messages supporting the fair tax to be shared on Facebook or Twitter. If you send Dave Armstrong a friend request and he accepts, you will get from him 2 to 10 of these per day. One of the most engaging ways to communicate on Facebook is using video. And Facebook makes it very easy to share a video from a site like YouTube. If you go to the YouTube homepage, you can use the search bar to find videos to share on your feed. The Florida Fair Tax Education page has a series of videos we have produced with spokesperson Steve Hayes and a couple of young people who would ask Steve a question. Any of these can be shared by clicking on Share at this area here, and it opens up a list of various social networks, including Facebook. Click the Facebook icon, and it opens a window. If you are already logged into Facebook, it automatically posts to your wall after you type something about the video, and then click Share. This is the same way you would share any other video on YouTube that you wish to put on your wall. Our next question, what is my profile and what can I add to it that will broaden my Facebook connections? Your profile is a list of interests, biographical information as to the cities lived and schools attended, as well as current and past employers. Facebook targets its advertising from this. At a minimum, put in your age or age range, past schools and cities, but do not put your cell phone number in on the profile. You can put as much or as little information on your profile as you wish or feel comfortable adding. Just remember, the information you put in is searchable, so keep that in mind while adding anything to your profile. You may want to find and contact a particular congressman, senator, or even a committee or subcommittee within Congress on Facebook. If you are looking for a member of Congress, again, utilize the Facebook search bar. I would suggest that you add congressman in front of the name, as a lot of these people have personal Facebook pages as well as congressional. You can also do a like on their page. You can also write a message that is a private message thanking them for supporting or urging them to support the fair tax. It is also possible to post as a status that type of communication. Some congressmen read their own and post. They also have staff members who read and screen posts on their pages, as well as looking for and responding to messages. The private message is not visible on his wall. You can also search for committees such as House Ways and Means Committee as the gatekeepers for tax legislation, where you can get contact, activities, calendar, and other information. As you can tell, it gives you an open door to Congress, where sending a letter or making a phone call may not get to the congressman. This allows you to post it publicly and for others to see and respond. One thing about Facebook is you don't want to post too much of one topic or item to Facebook to your friends. I would suggest that you keep it to something in the range of 4 to 6 per week until you know for sure that you're not going to lose a lot of people from your network. 12 to 14 per day would be overkill and likely to lose people from your network. Lastly, where do I go on Facebook or on the internet to get help if I do not know how to do something or if I can't find something on Facebook? To get help on Facebook, go up here, come down to help, and click on that. You can search for what you want help for. For example, how do I add friends? And it gives me everything to do with that. Using the Help tab within the drop-down from the gear, you can search for what you want. You can also use Google it by typing in a search question. Another place to go is to YouTube, as they have a video on just about anything you can think of about how to do something on Facebook. A final resource available is our personal tech support and trainer, Don Scott. Send him an email with your contact information, dscott351@aol.com. If you leave this presentation with nothing more than this, think about how Facebook is a free partner to support and market fair tax just by clicking like, comment, and share. Share to a growing network of friends and contacts. Click on, share, like, and comment on 2 to 3 fair tax items, tax policy items, political items, and items that support our cause. This should be a minimum per week. Likewise, think in terms of using your mobile device and the icon for Facebook. Thanks for watching. Feel free to contact us if you have any specific questions not covered here or need help with using Facebook to help promote the fair tax.